Welcome to Money Talk Show. Today we are opening a fascinating book one that's over 100 years old, but its lessons go way back. We're talking 4,000 years to ancient Babylon.
It's an amazing concept, really. The central idea we're looking at today is, well, it's startlingly simple.
Right.
Money hasn't changed, and maybe more importantly, people haven't changed. The behaviors that lead to financial success, they were figured out millennia ago.
Absolutely. And the promise of this podcast is to show you, the listener, these timeless principles, the ones that explain why some people just always seem to have money, while others, even earning a lot, are always struggling. We're not talking about complex formulas here.
No, not at all. The core idea, the thesis from this ancient wisdom is just crystal clear. Wealth is built by habits, not income. Full stop.
So we're going to get right into it.
Let's jump straight into the first, most crucial principle of all.
Okay, let's unpack this one. The very first rule, and honestly the one that separates everyone, is called start thy purse to fattening.
It sounds so old-fashioned.
It does, but the idea is, well, most of us earn a paycheck, we pay all our bills, and then we hope to spend what's left.
Which is usually nothing.
Exactly, none
And
of
that's
them.
the path to, just staying stuck. The wealthy approach, the Babylonian one, flips that completely on its head. The discipline is simple. Pay yourself first.
Before anyone else gets a dime.
Before the landlord, before the grocery store, before anything. You take a piece for yourself right off the top.
So what's that piece? We always hear 10%, but people say, oh, that's not enough anymore. Is that just an excuse?
It's a great question. The book is very clear. A minimum of 1/10 of everything you earn. And the timing is critical. It's not someday or when I get a raise.
It's now.
Immediately. It doesn't matter if you make 50,000 or 500,000, you establish the habit, that ratio.
Because if you wait until you feel rich enough to save, you'll just never start.
You'll never start. The takeaway for you is that saving is a behavior. It's a discipline. If you don't control your money with this first step, it will 100% control you.
Which leads us perfectly into the second lesson, right?
Lesson 2, control by expenditures.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for a lot of people. It feels like most of us don't really have an income problem. We have a control problem. We fall into that trap of lifestyle creep.
The lifestyle creep trap is ancient. It's not a modern invention. The moment you earn more, your expenses just magically expand to eat it all up.
And you're just as broke, but with nicer stuff.
Exactly. You're living paycheck to paycheck, just at a higher level.
Yeah.
Your freedom is gone.
But what's the balance? I mean, you can't delay all gratification forever, can you? How do you manage wants versus needs when everything is screaming at you to buy it?
And that's the core skill.
Yeah.
This wisdom isn't about, living like a monk. It's about learning the fundamental difference between real needs and impulsive wants.
Right.
A lot of our spending isn't for survival. It's emotional. It's social. It's trying to look a certain way.
So be intentional, not miserable.
Yes. You budget for your needs, you save your 1/10, and then you use what's left to live your life. But you're in control. The rule is simple. Wealth only grows when spending is less than income. Always. The master skill is delayed gratification.
Okay, so once you have that foundation, you're saving, you're in control. Now it's time to make that money actually do something.
Now we move to core lesson 3. Make thy gold multiply. Because, just saving isn't enough. That just stores value. Saved money has to be put to work.
That's the fight against inflation, basically.
Exactly. Money that just sits there, it loses its power. But invested money, that's what grows.
But the book warns about this, doesn't it? It's not just about throwing your money at anything that looks good. Every year there's a new hot thing.
And that's a timeless warning. Do not invest without knowledge. It's so easy to get caught up chasing quick returns or trusting the wrong people or just not understanding the risk you're taking.
So the smart path is learn first, start small, and grow slow and steady.
Precisely. Money multiplies when it's guided by wisdom, not by greed or by hype. For you today, that means understanding something like a low-cost index fund versus, a speculative bet on one thing. You have to be a student first.
And once that money is growing, you have to protect it. That's core lesson 4. Guard thy treasures from loss.
I love this one because it says something so true. Keeping money is harder than making it. So many people get the first part right, they earn and save, and then they lose it all because they get careless.
We've all seen it, the friend with the sure thing, or that online guru promising impossible returns.
And the protective strategy from the book is just beautiful and simple. Avoid schemes you don't understand. Don't trust promises of easy money.
If it sounds too good to be true.
It is dangerous, always. Guarding your treasures today means avoiding insane leverage, staying away from things that require you to recruit other people. Just basic common sense.
So preservation first, then growth. Build the fortress before you try to expand the kingdom.
Well said. And that idea of a fortress brings us to strategic assets, starting with core lesson 5. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment.
This one feels tricky in the modern world. With housing prices being what they are, is this advice still relevant for everyone?
It's a great question. The idea in the sources is that housing isn't just shelter. It's a long-term strategy to reduce your biggest expense.
So it's about escaping the trap of renting forever.
Exactly. Perpetual renting drains your wealth because none of that money ever comes back to you. It doesn't build any equity or stability.
So it's not just about owning, it's about owning wisely.
Owning wisely, that's the key. It's about affordability and control, not luxury. A wealth decision should increase your freedom, not bury you under a huge mortgage for a status symbol that just makes you house poor.
That focus on the long term, that's what really separates wealth builders, which brings us to lesson 6. Ensure a future income. Thinking in decades, not just about next month's bills.
This is all about peace of mind. If you only rely on your active paycheck, you age with fear. What happens when you can't work? Or your job disappears?
So we need assets that outlive our effort. What does that look like today?
It could be rental income, a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds, or maybe royalties from something you created. It's income that doesn't require you to be physically present every single day.
That makes sense. And that connects right into the final piece of this section, lesson 7. Increase thy ability to earn.
Yes. Your mind is your single greatest asset. The equation is direct. Your income is tied to your value. If you stop growing, your income eventually will too.
And what are the actionable steps there, beyond just work harder?
It's about constantly learning new skills, things that are in demand, improving your competence, just becoming more useful. The wealthy never, ever stop investing in themselves because skills compound just like money does.
That's a powerful idea, and it transitions us perfectly into the last section, which is really all about the mental game of wealth.
It all starts with core lesson 8. Seek counsel from the wise. This is so important. Poor decisions will destroy your wealth way faster than bad luck ever could.
And we tend to ask our friends for advice, right? Or family members who might not be where we want to be financially. It's comfortable, but...
Comfort is expensive.
Yeah.
The book is clear. You seek advice from people who have actually done it. The mentor, the professional. You learn from their mistakes instead of making them all yourself. Pride is expensive. Humility is profitable.
That humility and preparation sets you up for lesson 9. Opportunity comes to the prepared, which is the direct opposite of lesson 10. Gold slips away from the greedy.
Exactly. Opportunity is everywhere. But most people just aren't ready. They haven't saved their 1/10. They haven't learned what they need to learn. So when the opportunity comes, they can't act.
Luck is preparation meeting timing.
That's it. But chasing that luck with greed is just a recipe for disaster. Greed destroys more wealth than poverty. It's that desire for quick, easy money that makes people override all their logic and discipline.
You see it in every market cycle. People who got rich slowly lose it all, trying to get rich even faster.
Because that desire for a quick gain, it almost guarantees a loss. Patience is not a weakness. It is the ultimate financial strategy.
And that brings it all together, really, into lesson 11, which feels like the foundation of this entire philosophy. Discipline is the foundation of wealth.
It is the ultimate truth. Without discipline, nothing else works.
Yeah.
Your savings, your spending, your investing, it all falls apart. You could be the smartest person in the room, but if you have no financial self-control, you will always struggle. Money rewards behavior, not just intelligence.
And finally, lesson 12. Wealth is built before it is seen. We live in such a visual world, the car, the vacation photos, but this teaches the opposite.
It does. Real wealth is invisible at first. It's tied up in assets, in stability, not in things you can wear or drive. You're building freedom. By the time anyone else notices, it's already secure. Flash attracts debt. Stability creates freedom.
So if we connect all 12 of these principles for you, the listener, the biggest truth from this ancient book is that financial success comes from a 4,000-year-old discipline. It's not some modern secret.
The rules just never changed. Save first, spend less than you earn, invest with wisdom, protect your capital, and be patient. Those who follow that path build wealth, and they keep it. Those who ignore it just struggle over and over.
You now have access to a financial roadmap that has worked for 4,000 years. Knowing that it all comes down to habit and discipline, not just your income, what's the one specific discipline habit you are going to start today to change your financial future?
If you want ancient wisdom that still creates modern wealth, subscribe to Money Talks to get daily video about money. Because money doesn't care about trends. It rewards discipline.